I am ready for either outcome. Kwabene Japan strikes off polls ahead of NPP contest. This is my joy online. And Kwabene Japan says that he's an eternal optimist and he knows he's going to win. Fire sweeps through Angona Market in Kumasi barely 24 hours after a similar incident at Sofo Line. So 2 fires. Sofo Line, we are told that about 100 cars were burnt, and now there's another one in Kumasi. We need to really take fire safety serious. And Joy FM personalities gear up for Big Workout 2026 at the University of Ghana Stadium. The leadership is not about pleasing people. I'm being warns Mahama on cost of being too nice. And YouTuber IShowSpeed stole the show at Black Star Square. You know when he attempted to do the flip, his back flip at the Black Star Square? Next to the Black Star. I was worried for him. I was just watching the thing on YouTube and I was like, Charlie, guy, don't do it, because I was afraid if it doesn't go well, a Pascal sharp. Everyone say, oh, Ghanaians injured IShowSpeed, but it went well. I love the boxing bit. I love the bit up with Hamamat, and I love the bit in Ekropon. He's now called Barima Kofi Ekufu. That's a good name. Kofi for Kofi More stories from my Joy Online. You must be ready to sack people. Amwabin says accountability, not affection, builds nations. And without a strong judiciary, nothing works. And TikTok has apologized after thousands in US report issues. You know, now TikTok has a US business which is owned by US businesses and shareholders. TikTok, ByteDance owns just 20% of the US business. And they have some issues and they've apologized for that. And this is the age of tech and attention, and platforms like TikTok are making it happen. And if you go to France, we are told that legislators in France have passed a law banning under 15-year-olds from using social media. Now let's go to citynewsroom.com. 1 dead, several injured in violent youth clash at Winneba. And another fire hits Kumasi as blaze engulfs Auna Market. Now, Finance Ministry warns against sabotage of AI-driven custom system, and Ghana-US deepen maritime cooperation after Philadelphia port talks. Kennedy Japan has urgency to fix Ghana's problems. This is Kweku Kwating, and Jinapo says that Abu Jinapo says that Baumia is NPP's strongest choice for 2028. Yesterday, the minority spoke, right? And the majority has responded. They say that ignore failed NPP minority. NDC majority tells Ghanaians. And Chief Justice proposes special courts to tackle galamsey and park infractions. So those are some stories on citynewsroom.com. Ashanti Region National Security arrests 16 drivers for charging illegal fares. So those are stories from citynewsroom.com. Let's go to BNFT. Security and reliability are cornerstones of digital payments future. This is Stanbic Bank's Jalilu Ishaku. And Emirates and Air Peace activate bilateral interline agreement enhancing seamless global connectivity. When is the Ghana Airlines coming?
Good question. Let's ask the Minister of Transport, Bukari Joseph Nikwe.
When is the Ghana Airlines coming?
Good question.
When are we going to get the Black Star line, the shipping line also coming?
Good question. Let's ask the Minister of Transport.
Because we attempt to ship a lot of things from Ghana to Europe and other parts of Africa. And sometimes, look, to ship something from, say, Ghana to Namibia, it may have to go to Europe or America before it gets to Namibia. When is our Black Star line coming
the last time,
to open up those shipping routes and make us more effective?
Logistics was talking about the fact that we were prepared to, do that. And I think we can give him all the assistance he needs to do that. After all, the good thing is that then we then will be able to do Africa easily.
Yeah. And more stories from BNFT. MPC weighs policy path as forest stability and expectations remain steady. So those are some of the stories from the online platforms. Now we go to the newspapers.
Yes, let's start off with the Daily Graphic. Metroma spare parts stuck at port for 2 years. I'll tell you more about that. I'll tell you more about that shortly. 211,849 delegates to elect NPP Flagbearer. Party promises free, fair polls. Road crashes kill 2,949 last year, highest in 35 years. 63,599 die since 1991. Road Safety Authority. Okay.
63,000.
63,000 Ghanaians have died over the last 34 years through road crashes.
What's the capacity of the Accra Sports Stadium?
It's less than that. I think it's about 35 to 40,000.
So it's like filling the Accra Sports Stadium and filling the car park and all those other places with people.
Yeah.
That's the number of people we've lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
First Sky Group commissions Phase 1 Yendi solar plant in March. Backpage, Kolebu receives medical equipment from Newmont. And steel industry assures government of stable supply and prices.
The Daily Guide, NPP, NDC, EC sued over electoral systems. This is a very, very, very interesting suit. I'll share more with you. Fixed failures in the oil palm sector. Kwabna meaning to the government. NDC Flagbearer contest. Nana Jean picks Haruna. This is according to Afenyo Markin. And Abu Trika discharged and rearrested. That Dulumba estate case, Kumasi High Court strikes out application.
Now, the daybreak for this morning, Gold Board Wrestling Galamsey Activities Minority alleges BOG seeks economic research partnership with Printpag. Mahama applauds First Sky Group's faith-driven philanthropy and talks about somebody who's been sacked, is it Tale, sacked from national security. Also here, Alabi's boy wraps shoulders with Edward Bauer.
Now the insight, First Sky Group to provide free kidney transplants after years of support. President Mahama hails company's milestone. Ghana Law Society vows to respect outcome of lawsuit challenging its accreditation by the General Legal Council. Dangbe Group petitions Google over exclusion of Dangbe from AI language development. And Printpag president salutes media partnership with BOG. Now, Pastor Jonah Park, the father of Deputy Education Minister, to be buried on January 31. That's also a story from the Insight. And late Ga Manye Na Dede Omadro II to be formally laid to rest, according to the family. The Bank of Ghana governor is also calling on the media to support economic research with accurate, responsible reporting.
The new finder, multiple factors drove CD's 40% appreciation. Analysts, enforcement trust key to improving tax compliance in Ghana, according to an expert. And Deloitte predicts 5.9% growth rate for Ghana in 2026. Ghana city best performing currency in Africa for 2025, according to the IMF. I'm sure we can get into the details now.
Let me bring you the lead story from the Daily Guide. NDC Flagbearer contest. Nana Jane picks Haruna, according to Afenyo Markin.
Okay.
The story says the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo Markin, has alleged that Vice President Professor Jane Opoku Ajuman has already selected the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, as a running mate ahead of what he described as an impending and bruising Flagbearer contest within the governing National Democratic Congress. He addressed a press conference by the minority in Parliament yesterday, and he said while the NDC continues to focus its attention on internal developments within the NPP, it is quietly grappling with deepening leadership ambitions and succession battles of its own. Hey, minority leader is telling us who the vice president would pick if she runs for Charlie. More stories, Winston.
Well, the Daily Graphic talks about Metromass parts stuck at the port for 2 years, and says the managing director of Metromass Transit, Kale Caesar, has revealed that a container loaded with spare parts supplied by a Dutch manufacturer, VDL, has remained at the port for more than 2 years. This, he said, had compounded the operational and financial challenges confronting the state-owned transport company. Speaking in an interview with the Daily Graphic, the MD disclosed that the container was imported under the company's previous management, but was never cleared from the port, leading to mounting charges and missed opportunities to deploy much-needed buses onto the roads. The quote here says, that container full of steppers was given to us by VDL company. Our predecessors actually brought that container, he explained. He said that since the matter was brought to his attention, management had taken action to have the container cleared from the port. And this process, he said, involved extensive engagement with state institutions, including the Ghana Revenue Authority, as management sought to understand why the container had remained stuck at the port for so long and what was required to clear it. And after months of follow-up engagements with relevant authorities, the MD indicated that Metromass was now on the verge of clearing the container. If government could waive some direct taxes and VAT on our imports, it would greatly help our operations.
Winston, does the Metro Mass Transit Limited have a repair shop, a workshop that they use to maintain and repair their fleet?
I need to find out, because the expectation would be that they would have it because of the number of buses that they have.
Have you been around the country to see their various stations and the broken down buses? And why are trotro owners, Uber owners, private sector transport owners making money and Metro Mass is not making money when they've been given infrastructure?
It belongs to the
when
state.
we buy buses for them,
It belongs to the state. That's all.
So we are not smart enough to manage it to make money.
Good question. I need to check their 2024 performance. Okay, let me check.
Charlie, I went to Swedro, Agona Swedro. I passed by the Metro Mass Transit Station. The number of buses I saw broken down, I thought it was, maybe Swedro, that's why. Then I came to Accra, the one at Kanishi. The number of broken down buses. Why? We are in the era where businesses buy fleet and they retool them and they overhaul them and put them back on the roads. Why are we doing this to ourselves with Metro Mass? Anyway, let me give you an interesting story on page 6 of the Daily Guide. NPP, NDC, EC sued over electoral systems. 3 individuals have initiated a legal process at the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the delegates-based system used by major political parties to elect their presidential and parliamentary candidates. The plaintiffs are former Minister for Environment, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, and Dr. Christine Amakunyama. They are seeking constitutional declarations against the NPP, NDC, and the CPP. And according to the suit filed on January 23, 2026, the party's internal electoral arrangements materially disenfranchise ordinary party members and violate the democratic principles entrenched in the 1992 Constitution. So what they seek is that delegates should not be the people choosing candidates for the various elections, and that it should be opened up to members of the party and the general public to have a say. Winston, so that's the suit.
Okay, and talking about suit and talking about political party elections, so 211,000 delegates to elect NPP Flagbearer, and we're told that in this story by Samuel Dodu that the NPP is ready to conduct a free, fair and transparent election to elect a Flagbearer for the party on Saturday. The chairperson of the Presidential Elections Committee, Joseph Osewusu, has said, now the Presidential Election Committee will oversee the process and the winner will be announced at the party's headquarters, where contestants will pledge their support per the Peace Pact, he said. Mr. Osewusu is also the former First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, told the Daily Graphic in an exclusive interview yesterday ahead of the poll to elect the Flagbearer of the party, that the election will be conducted by the Electoral Commission, and that all ballot papers, electoral roll, and other logistics had been dispatched to the various voting centers.
Popular streamer IShowSpeed was in Ghana yesterday. He traveled to the eastern region, came back to the Greater Accra region, went to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, went to the Independence Square, went to Bukum, and people are excited about it. The reviews have been great so far, and we have a story on my jaw online. Photos, YouTuber IShowSpeed stole the show at Black Star Square. Yes, and he was giving coconuts from Ghana, Kusiani Mako and Jollof.
The Jollof, I'm told, was our problem.
Small. Send also Obasi and Sawedi. You cannot, he had to boss here before. One boss here anything I want to taste it.
Obasi and
come on, Obasi and come Obasi 2 shots of this plus 2 shots. Yes. So that story is also there. I followed a lot of his stream yesterday, and I think it was quite good.
It was
about
good for
50
Ghana?
million people watching his stream live. 50.6 million at the time I was watching the stream. That's good. They've seen Ghana, they've seen elements of Ghana, and I hope they loved it, and it will encourage them to come and experience Ghana for themselves.